Hello from on board the Rousse Prestige River Cruiser from Plantours. I'm Morgan from the very unofficial travel guides. Today I'm going to show you all around this ship, and spoiler alert, there's not really a lot to see. It is my 4th day on board this vessel. It's the first time I've ever done a river cruise, and Plantours was nice enough to invite me on this cruise, so I didn't have to pay to be here. However, they are also not paying me to be here, just so that's clear. We've been to Vienna and it was awesome, and we've been to Budapest and it was fantastic, and now we're cruising down the river towards Bratislava. Actually, we're cruising up the river, and it is a beautiful day outside. I have to show you this view right now. This is what it looks like. Isn't this amazing? And that's one thing that if you are planning on doing a river cruise, it's a great time to just sit down with a cold drink or, you know, a warm drink, depending on what time of year it is, and watch the world go by, because the views have been pretty amazing, especially when we're getting close to the cities, or some of these, you know, like nature landscapes are also pretty awesome to look at too. If you're looking for water slides and rope climbing walls and mini golf courses and roller coasters and go-kart tracks and stuff like that,
you're not gonna find it on a river cruise.
Wait, to be completely correct, you're not gonna find it on a river cruise boat, but you could find it on land. River cruise ships are not like ocean cruise ships. There are a lot of differences, and let me just show you around and you're gonna see what I mean right away. My cabin is on deck 3, which is the highest deck of cabins. Let's use that as a starting point and go out into the hallway. So looking towards the back of the ship, that is where the restaurant is. Those closed doors right there is the main restaurant. The main restaurant on board the Rousse Prestige has a circular bar in the middle, and basically every table has a nice view because of the size and shape of the dining room. Every meal is served in this space except for the occasional barbecue on the top deck and coffee and cakes and snacks in the front of the ship, and the food was all included in the price of the cruise, as well as beer, wine, and soft drinks. And looking towards the front of the ship, that's where the lobby is. Here you can see the entire width of the ship, so that's one side, and here's the other side, and that is the entire lobby. There's a small gift shop with just some small souvenirs and little things like that on one side, and on the other side there is a public bathroom area, but those bathrooms are closed right now due to social distancing rules, so I can't show you what it looks like in there. But moving on from the lobby towards the front of the ship, we have this lounge is where most of the passengers met during the evenings for a drink and a chit-chat, or to play cards, or to enjoy some live music from the ship's solo artist or cruise director, who also both took turns as DJs. The afternoon coffee and cake hour happens in here, and the captain's cocktail meeting and the excursion orientations and those things also all took place in here. If we go back to the lobby and then head up the stairs to the top deck, let me remind you that river cruise ships do not have elevators, so you're going to have to be able to climb a few flights of stairs if you want to enjoy a river cruise. And I'm not just talking about this ship, I'm talking about basically every river cruise ship. And compared to ocean liners, the top deck is very basic, but I really enjoyed hanging out up there, especially after dark, and just watching the world go by. Yeah, it's not water slides and belly flop contests, but it was totally enjoyable in a very different way. There is a small hot tub up here, and I put my feet in there earlier today, but I haven't seen anybody else get in there. But it's there if you want it. And by the way, all these higher structures, this tent and the little house that the captain is in, and these sun umbrellas that go all the way along the sun deck area of the ship, all that is put up and taken down because when we go under bridges, the bridges get really close. And so this is all like flexible structures. The captain's house, I mean, they don't take that down, but it can like be elevated and be sunken. A few nights in a row, I would grab a glass of wine and just come up here to the front of the ship to watch the lights of the cities go by, or the bridges appear on the horizon, and then the suspense of finding out if it was a high bridge or a really low bridge that we had to duck under. And here we are at the very front of the ship. It doesn't go any further forward than this, and this is as far back as you can go. So from here you can pretty much see the entire top deck of the ship. And that's the ship. All the food is served back in that one restaurant. There's no separate like main dining room or buffet restaurant or upcharge restaurant, at least not on this ship. The bar and the nightlife all happens up at the front of the ship in that one place or on the top deck. There are 2 decks of cabins below my deck, but there's nothing to show you there. It just looks like a hallway. It looks like the same hallway out here. There is a beauty salon on board and they offer haircuts, nails, and massages and things like that. But I've walked past it twice now and the door is closed, so I'm assuming that you can look inside it if you book something. If you want to see a little more around this cabin, I already posted a cabin tour, so you can look for that in my library, or I've posted it in the description below. And I have toured a lot of ocean cruise liners by now. I think it's been around 20. So all those videos are also in my library. You can check those out if you're planning a cruise. And if you're planning a river cruise, maybe get in touch with me. Like I said, this is the first and only river cruise I've ever done, but I might be able to give you a little bit of advice after you've watched all these videos from this series and you still have questions. Oh, big log just went by. Or maybe it was an alligator. See you soon.